She's fondly called Da, or the lady amongst her people. Since her election victory in 1990, when Aung San Suu Kyi won over 80% of the popular vote, and her subsequent house arrests, she has turned into an international icon, a symbol of courage. The pro-democracy leader has been under house arrest in one way or another for the past 15 years, and November 13th marks the expiration of her detention. Members of the National League for Democracy prepared ahead of her intended release, while supporters worldwide addressed the leader through online forums. Suu Kyi might not have been directly on the forefront of politics in Myanmar for more than a decade, but her influence and popularity remain strong. Many across the country and the globe have awaited her release with great anticipation, including the spiritual leaders.
Aung San Suu Kyi is the moral compass for our people, and she symbolizes hope for change.
An important pretext of Buddhism is that monks should not be politically involved, but that only applies to cases of peace and stability. As spiritual leaders, it is their responsibility to ensure social harmony, and that is exactly what they did when they stepped out onto the streets during the Saffron Revolution in 2007 to demand justice.
They hope that Suu Kyi's release will breathe new life into their mission. Hopes are high that the leader will now bring about much-needed political and social reform, especially in light of the recent elections that have been claimed as fraudulent by opposition parties. Suu Kyi is expected to find a platform to reach out to youth from all regions and ethnicities.
We want to support the young generations of the country because the future lies in their hands. We want to empower them. However, they need support to be able to make a change.
The military rulers of Myanmar say the elections mark transition from military rule to a civilian democracy. But the opposition, along with Western governments and human rights groups, decried the election as neither free nor fair. Women's organizations who have been calling for her release, along with 2,200 other political prisoners, are confident that this will boost the morale of dejected populations. Engagement with ethnic minority communities is being considered a vital step for Suu Kyi to initiate.
We have been calling for the tripartite dialogue, as a political solution in Burma. That is the Aung San Suu Kyi, the Nationalities League for Democracy that won 1990 election, the ethnic representative, and the Burma military regime. So in order to, solve the political crisis.
The suspense lingered on until the very last day of Suu Kyi's intended release. It was not until the penultimate hour of her house arrest expiring that the verdict came out. Suu Kyi was freed whilst thousands awaited her first speech outside her home in Yangon. Preeti Nalu, PressTV, Northern Thailand.